Today, we're going to review a sustainable alternative to the common household sponge. This is from Pura Naturals, and I'm really excited to show it to you. Enjoy. On the Pura Naturals homepage, and they feature a variety of products for skincare, kitchen, and home cleaning. I recommend checking out other products from Pura Naturals, but we're here for the sponge, so let's get into it. You can see that they offer a variety of sponges with various shapes and textures with or without infused soap. We might try one of the infused sponges in the future, but this one right down here is the one that we've been using for a little over a month. And you can see that it's $1.69 on their website, which is actually cheaper than Amazon and retail stores, although it doesn't include shipping. They offer a subscription service called Pura Clean Club to have sponges delivered every month, and which allows you to have the freshest product possible. Although this doesn't really work for our lifestyle or spending habits, so it's not for us, but if you like subscription services, this might work well for you. Let's jump into the anatomy of the sponge to learn why Pura Naturals is a sustainable and cleaner alternative to the traditional household sponge. Here they have featured their soap-infused sponge with a few highlights about its properties. The sponge is hydrophobic, which means it repels water and inhibits bacteria from growing, ultimately keeping the sponge fresh and odor-free. There isn't any glue or adhesive used on the scrubber, which is made from recycled plastic and walnut shell. Pura Naturals has a carbon negative footprint during the manufacturing process, which is awesome and just another reason to support this product. Jumping over to the traditional kitchen sponge, and this thing is just a bacteria breeding ground, which starts to smell within a week of using it. It's also manufactured with chemicals, and the combination of bacteria and chemicals isn't something that I want on my silverware and my plate. Again, they have a carbon negative footprint and their products are made in the USA, and they recommend taking the smell test, which is coming up towards the end of the video, so stay tuned if you want to see that. What makes this product so special is the foam, which is designed to absorb oil and repel water. Be Better Foam is a green, sustainably harvested, plant-based foam manufactured by Airtech. Pura Marina works in partnership with Airtech to provide custom solutions for oil spill prevention and response in the marine, oil, trucking, and locomotive industries. They have a couple of videos on their website showing the performance of Be Better Foam, which I definitely recommend checking out. The sponge is packaged in recyclable plastic with some of the general info about its performance on the back. Pura Naturals has a stay fresh for 30 days or your money back guarantee, which I think is a nice incentive to try this product. Checking out the texture of the foam, and it's similar to memory foam but not quite as soft or delicate. Honestly, it kind of feels like stale sponge cake. The walnut husk is thick and seems to be held together pretty well considering there isn't any glue or adhesive, but I'm skeptical about whether or not it will actually hold up for the long term. The texture is durable and feels like it will be up to some pretty heavy duty cleaning. Showing the hydrophobic tendencies of the foam, and notice how the foam repels the water and doesn't absorb it right away. I think this will help the foam dry out quickly, ultimately reducing the likelihood of bacteria. We've been using this product for exactly 1 month, and you can see that it's definitely been used and abused. The walnut scrubber has actually completely disintegrated from the sponge. Now this is still a pretty rough surface, so you're still going to have a scrubbing effect, although not quite as effective as the thicker walnut on there, but it came off because it's actually not held on with any sort of glue or anything. So I'm not exactly surprised that happened, and it's still effective. It doesn't really make that big of a difference. Now on the website, it says that the real test is the smell test, because this is actually designed to not hold on to water, not hold on to bacteria, so it actually doesn't smell after many weeks of use. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Smells great. Smells just like my Dr. Bronner soap. That's not the case with your general household sponge, you know, the green and the yellow kind that most of us have been using our whole lives. Those things smell after just 2 weeks of using them, and that smell is actually bacteria that's built up on the sponge and is ending up on your plates and your silverware, things that end up going in your mouth. And so to have a sponge that I've used for a month, that I've scrubbed real heavy pots and pans with, I mean, I didn't take it easy on this thing at all. I treated it like a normal sponge, and it has no smell whatsoever. I would feel comfortable continue using this for weeks and weeks and weeks until it completely falls apart. So to me, this is a great sustainable alternative to that everyday sponge. Eventually we are going to move over to using more of a husk like a coconut or maybe a hemp scrubber and get away from the sponge, because this thing was wrapped in plastic, although that plastic is recyclable. But for me, I'm happy with this. I can get several more weeks of use out of this, and so we'll do another follow-up to see what it's like once it's actually fallen apart. But a great alternative to an everyday sponge. Highly, highly recommended.